Dear Donald Trump supporters, can I ask some very sincere questions? And I am directing this directly to Donald Trump supporters. What will I ask of you? Is it about people losing their SNAP benefits? Is it about the Republican controlled government shutdown? Is it about the unprofessional actions coming from the White House that has never been seen before in history? Is it about the erasure of Black history in America? I could ask even more questions, but I'm going to stop right there. Donald Trump is a calculating money grabber who has no concerns whatsoever for the poor people in America. Please tell me that you see that Donald Trump is benefiting billionaires at the harm of the poorest people in America. I am talking about white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, all people in America that have to suffer through being poor. Trump's 2 terms of presidency has separated America. Anybody with eyes can see that. Trump's poorest supporters will not benefit from anything that Donald Trump does. It is not in his plan to do so. He has an agenda that will line his pockets as well as those of his billionaire friends. And then once again, the billionaire friends will owe him favors. And to me, that's the whole purpose why he ran for president. And all the while telling his poorest white folk that the black folk are their enemy and it's the black people who are holding them down. I don't understand how this ruse continues. It's been going on for decades, if not a century, but that has always been the plan, the separatism plan. When you don't have enough, don't blame us, blame them. That is how the play has been done. And I think it's getting old. And maybe we're in generations now that didn't know that need to be told that. And let me be the messenger to share that with you. All you have to do is pay attention and know that your bills are outrageous, that your medical benefits are not as good as they used to be, that your people who have the welfare and the SNAP as such learned a lesson about how that could be taken away. And it's just like every other poor person in America. We need to stop looking at it as the white poor and the black poor and the so-and-so poor. Damn it, the poor is the poor. We cannot keep pointing the fingers at each other, allowing the rich to get richer, and all the while we're the ones who's drowning while they stand on us to get above the waterline. We have to stop as poor people pointing the finger at each other and saying it's your fault, and the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Then with the SNAP benefit situation, you'll have people looking at it and say, that ain't me, that's on them, that's what they get. But at the same time, what is happening? Do you see how many businesses are laying off, closing shop, as they say? Here's a few examples. We have Microsoft laying off 6,000 people, Boeing 400 workers, Minnesota's Centricare 535 workers, Google has dropped 200 people, Indeed 1,300 workers, Intel 24,000 people, International Paper Company is closing 2 Georgia paper mills, Sarepta Therapeutics is laying off 500. We know that Amazon is dropping 14,000 people, as well as Southwest Airlines letting go of 49,000 plus jobs. Once again, I could be adding more companies and more jobs, but for time's sake, I'll stop right there. We can't afford to be laughing at this one's losing theirs, but it doesn't affect me. So you're going to tell me if the poorest of the poor and the SNAP benefits are losing theirs, and the working people are losing theirs, and there's no other jobs that they can go to, at what point does that not affect you? So, dear Donald Trump supporters, how could this not affect you? How could this not eventually touch you? And once again, instead of it being at the head of the state, it comes from the White House, and this man's mouth. It's the Democrats, both past and present. Never his fault, never his administration's fault. How long would you go for the okie doke? Once someone keeps stepping on your foot, you're going to realize sometimes you got to understand that shit's intentional. So I have to imagine that you are going to be affected by some of this, be it SNAP or jobs. And my question to you is going to be, when will you finally say something to that head? That to me is the silliest thing that gets to me, is because the administration wants us to argue with each other, so long as we're not arguing with them. I think there's some common sense in seeing that. And the reason why I'm bringing this directly to Donald Trump supporters is because every single time that Donald Trump lies, Donald Trump supporters first believe it, then they repeat it, they'll argue about it with everybody else. Donald Trump comes up with a new lie, you'll believe it, you'll repeat it, and it doesn't matter how many facts come your way that the person is telling you. Just look at the facts, man. But you'll still argue in his behalf without receiving any benefit from it. This is what they're counting on. The way I see it, at the time of this recording, 6 months from now, America is going to look like an entirely different place. It won't be as nice and as kind as it is, because I want you to think about the fact that you cannot do this much harm to this many people over the long haul and think everything's going to still be hunky-dory and okay. It's not made to be that way. America is going to eventually boil over. But the question will be, when the boil over comes, who are you boiling it over on? Who are you going to point the finger at? Who are you going to complain about? And if you want to blame the ones who's elbow to elbow at your level, you're goofy. This is what I meant a few programs back when I stated about voting. You have to know who you're voting for. And most importantly, to those who did not vote, you're on my it list. Because you have no right to complain if you did not even vote in the first place. We do have people out there that say about SNAP and SNAP's benefits. They'll say, oh man, that stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. And then you have those Trump supporters who are overwhelmingly white by numbers, thinking that the SNAP benefits are benefiting people of color. The actual numbers are that Americans by race is that white people are 37% of the SNAP benefits, black people are 26%, Hispanic people 16%, and then the numbers go smaller from there. So while you're sitting there laughing and thinking you're in I don't care mode, it's gonna get to you. The odds are against you not being touched. It doesn't make sense to walk around with your blinders on in a pitch black room at midnight and swear you can see something. You have blinders on if you don't see what's going on in America right now. As I stated before, those blaming of the Democrats, this, the Democrats, that, it's all a distraction. I speak about this in other shows as well. Stop falling for the distractions. Every single time there's something bad going on in Trump's life, be it the Epstein files or him being with the Stormy Daniels or the economy, it's always talking about something about the Democrats. Stop it. We're going to have to answer a question sooner or later. It ain't going to be no Democrats to blame sooner or later. I hope y'all realize that. I try my best not to be disrespectful to Trump supporters. I listen. I talk. I don't want no disrespect. I just want a conversation. But come on, y'all. You have to admit what you're seeing. You cannot tell me you don't see it. You might be in denial, but you got to tell me you see it. He cannot keep getting away with this. And the only way he does, honestly, is with your support. If you look at it for truth being truth, he needs your silence when you see his erratic behavior. He needs you to fight against anyone who speaks against him. He needs you to be a true soldier to him and make promises to you that he does not deliver. That's all I'm trying to suggest to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to beat you over the head. I'm not trying to yell down at you. All I'm asking you to do is look truthfully and speak honestly. Can I get some honesty? Can we admit that the man has multiple failures, just like his resume spoke of his multiple failures in businesses, bankruptcies. America is in bankruptcy because of who is the president of the United States. And let me say this right quick, because I'm one that I truly believe that there should be some action taken because of the harm that has been done from the White House. It seems like there's no care, there's no compassion, but there is a lot of incompetence. So if and when there is some action taken against Donald Trump, please take that vice president with you. They are co-conspirators. We don't get no resolve by taking out this one and then the same thinking comes in place of it. So let me share that before I get off of that subject. So Donald Trump supporters say, and I hear it so many times, I see it in my comments, they'll say, you don't never want to talk about the Democrats. Once again, you are in Donald Trump's playbook. Quit repeating what that man said and think for yourself. Stop being a zombie. And if somebody on this side has said, what about Donald Trump? And then you say, what about the Democrats? Once again, we're doing what they want. We don't even direct the argument upstairs. We too busy arguing with each other. What I'm trying to say is this. If you continue what you're doing as a Trump supporter, you're helping the rich get richer while the detriment of poor people. And you will be the same as the old saying used to be. You will be actually willing to cut off your nose to spite your face. Thank you for listening. And I tell you what, I look forward to the comments. And let's see if we can have a good discussion and be grown folk. I'm going to close this out and say bye-bye.